This is Baby. She's about 7 feet long. She is a red tail boa constrictor. She was my birthday present this year. My neighbor gave her to me for my 35th birthday. And she's huge. Let's get down here and let's just look at her head. Just to give you an example of how big she is. I know she might look small in the video, but there's my hand and there's her head. So you can get an example here. Her first part of her body is as thick as my arm. But as we go down, you can see how she gets a lot thicker. Like if I brought my arm right here, you can now see that her body size is way bigger than my arm. What's going on over here, baby? Uh-oh. Sorry about that. I set it down. Apparently, she still had some. She had some shedding still left on her from the last time she shed her skin. That's just a very small part. She has had some damage. I guess apparently a rat bit her. Her previous owner said, but the rat bite's not too bad. I took her to the pet store, and the pet store checked her out for me. But she's just absolutely beautiful. You can see here, she eats large rats to small bunny rabbits about once every 2 weeks, sometimes once a month, depending on how she's feeling. I'm letting her run around the bedroom in here, since this is an empty bedroom. Now she's running away. Let's see if she goes back into the bin. She likes the bin. This is what we transport her in. And the rest of the time she stays in a nice big giant aquarium, not aquarium, but a tank that I could fit in if I opened the doors and climbed into it. And she likes to sleep in a big basket. But her name's Baby. This is the viewing room. This is where we bring her when people want to see her. We have small dogs, so there's a possibility she could eat them. I've watched some of our other snakes eat rats that, comparatively compared to our other snake size versus the rat, it would be like this snake eating one of our dogs. And if they could eat the rat, she could definitely eat one of the dogs. But that's why I don't let dogs get near her. And we keep the room that she's in locked, along with her tank locked. But I sometimes even just let her crawl around in the room in here and let her have the room to herself. Like right now, I'm letting her have some free time crawling around the room. Don't touch her tail, Danny. She doesn't like that, see? She does not like her tail being touched. She doesn't like it. She's like, no, don't touch my tail, as she runs away. As you see, she moves very slow. She can move fast if she tries to strike. I haven't had any problems with her trying to strike me. Right now, she's wrapping herself around the bottom legs of the chair, so that way we can't try to grab her and get her away. She's going to use it as a base to try to keep me from picking her up or anybody else. Apparently she wasn't too happy that I moved her out, and now she's like, I'm just going to find a cave here, maybe this is good enough. I got myself latched around the legs of the chair so that way you can't get me again. That's probably what she's thinking. But she is beautiful. They call them red tail because if you look here, it's red on her tail. She doesn't like me touching it. She's under there. You can't really see her head now. She's kind of made herself her own little den. Get away. She's like, leave me alone. I just want to be here and free. But we have this chair in this room so that way people can sit down and hold her. She's spoiled rotten. She has water both in her tank and this room so that way when I give her free time to come out, because they do like to come out and climb around, it's not fair. I don't think it's fair to keep a reptile that in the wild it had big open space and able to crawl around. I don't think it's fair to keep them in their cage. All of my snakes I take out and let roam free in this room or other places of the house when animals are put up. My other snakes aren't big enough to eat one of the dogs except this one right here, and so I don't worry too much about the dogs with the other snakes when I have them out, and the dogs pretty much stay away from them. I'm guessing they're pretty smart, because even though the smaller snakes are smaller, they could still kill a dog, not eat them. But she could definitely eat one of my small dogs, and if she wanted to, she could kill our bulldog if she got a hold of him. Because she just sees them as food, and maybe our pit bull as a threat. So she would probably strangle it to death and kill it to protect herself. But we don't let her get near him or any of the other dogs. Well, this is my red tail boa. I love her. Her name is Baby. I hope everybody else watching this likes her too. See you later. Bye.